So I'm the lily in the valley. Everybody want to know why I don't move. Well, I won't move because if I'm okay and my people are not okay, then we can't be okay.
Right.
So I'm there to cultivate and to give back and to share. So we're having this parade because I didn't want to do an expo. I didn't want any commercial value to natural hair. When we say natural hair for Africans, we basically are saying tightly textured hair, hair that grows like wool. And when you say natural for others, it may be chemical-free kind of hair, like an Asian woman or maybe an Irish woman who doesn't have chemicals. But when we say natural hair, we talk about the hair that was enslaved in this country. We think about, the way that they projected and the way that they promoted natural hair in America. And that was what we see today, unprofessional, inhumane, uncivilized, that kind of thing. So we're at this parade, we are celebrating the beauty that God has given us because no one can take that away from us. It's just like any farmland. Our hair will grow long if it's not chemically straightened. Our hair will grow free if we are in the right spiritual vibration. Our hair is spiritual because most Africans believe that God lives in our hair. So if we eat right and we put the right things in our blood, our hair will be as long as anybody's hair. So basically we're just saying, if you're African Irish, you have kinky hair, come. If you are African Italian and you have kinky hair, come. If you have...
What if you have weave? Can you still come?
You better come. Because, weave is our industry. That's what we don't understand.
Right.
Everything that relates to the beauty aesthetics and the beauty industry came from Africa. There's nothing that hasn't originated from the woman, the African woman.
Right.
So if we take it and we tweak it like the Fulani people or like the Danakil people or like like the Nigerian women, it's a part of who we are. And everybody around the world wants a piece of it.
Right.
So this is a beautiful explosion. And
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the one thing that I've noticed with natural hair, because I know a lot of my friends, my sorority sisters, they're in this natural hair stage. Everybody's going natural, and I love it. But most of them are natural. Like I have permed hair and I wear weave, but most people that are natural, it's like they only want you to go natural. They're so stay natural, do this, do that. They're creamy crack, blah blah blah. It's not good for your hair. But I've when I came into people that are just natural, it's they're not very receptive if you have permed hair.
You know what? You're so natural. Your heart is natural. That's what matters.
Right.
It's what you don't see on the inside. When we look at hair, it's what you don't see up under the skin. People don't even understand. Those same people don't even know what the two parts that make up natural hair.
Right.
They can never tell you what is connected to the hair follicles. They don't know anything about being natural. Natural to me is your heart. If you have a strong connection to Africa, you are natural. If you have a strong connection to your community, you are natural. I don't want to go through that tribal warfare that we are so used to demonstrating to people. My thing is, let's pull it all together. This is an industry that we had to work hard for. Whether it is an industry where we relax here, press here, we still are the owners of this industry, and we have to pull it together. So you're very beautiful to me. I tell people when I got stopped at the airport because of my afro, you saw Oprah Winfrey's afro. It was as big as that. And they were running after me saying I had a bomb in my hair.
Oh, no.
So African hair has a very strong negative connotation. So these same women that are saying, don't wear the weaves, don't wear this, don't wear that, they are not comfortable in their skin. And when you see them with the natural hair, they have this attitude they are better than you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, we said we don't want to be like that, so why are we acting like that?
I definitely agree.
I definitely have the thing about the bomb in the hair. It just happened to my friend this week. She traveled to Oklahoma, and at the airport they had to search her afro.
Was it a big afro?
It was just a regular tie on. She would wrap her hair around.
Yeah, it's an attack on black people's hair and identity today. And I think it started in 2011 when I got stopped because Solange got stopped at the airport. And she was so angry that she took her wig off and said the only thing I could be hiding is marijuana. I mean, just made a joke out of it. And the MSNBC called me and said, what do you think? I said, our hair has never been celebrated in America. You know, we've always gone through this inferior seed about our identity. So we just have to understand that if you're looking for justice here, you're just going to be looking. But this is the new civil rights issue, African hair. The explosion. On one hand, we celebrate it. On the other hand, there are businesses being shut down. People are being told that they can't braid. There are people that, oh yeah, the meteorologist, Rhonda Lee, she just got fired from her job for cutting her relaxed hair off. And the man told her on the job, one of her colleagues said that she looked like a cancer patient, and it offended her. I mean, the young man at Hampton University in the business school, you know about that? He has beautiful locks. His dean told him that he can't go to school because he has locks.
Because he has dreadlocks.
Yeah, and dreadlocks are not acceptable in the business world. So we have to stand up. I mean, like I said, this is the new civil rights movement.
Because I heard that it was a case not too long ago, I believe a police officer had dreadlocks. And they told him that until he cut off all his dreadlocks, he wouldn't be able to be hired. I mean, it happens every day. It's sad to say that it happens every day.
But it's a beautiful thing. And even though America is trying to subdue the black identity or the black man, they still have their children trying to put beads on and twist their hair and braid their hair. So it's a beautiful thing to celebrate. And I invite everybody out, even the white families that have black children, the white families that have blended babies. Those are our babies. So we want to teach everybody how to celebrate African hair. We don't use a comb in my business. In the Naturallyisis Institute of Ancestral Braiding, we throw away the comb because the comb was used in America to beat us down. The European comb hung at every Southern church in America. This is history. And if your hair did not pass freely through the comb, you were denied membership of that church. So we beat our children down because a European comb is not going to pass through an afro. Come on now. And so the children look at you coming and they are afraid, so they cry. But in Africa, grooming time is something very sacred. I mean, you had to learn to braid hair when you were age 5, 6, and 7. Today, our kids don't even have that. I mean, that's a part of who we are. So we got to get back to our culture.
So about the school, so do y'all like study the different like cultures and different like hair textures in Africa, or? The
main culture that I think that Africans in general, Africans in Africa and African in the diaspora need to understand is that our curl pattern is totally different. It spirals like our DNA. It's very soft, and when people see it, they automatically think it's bad. In the government schools, the cosmetology schools, they teach those students that pay them $17,000 that black hair is hard to manage. It's just the opposite. Black hair is the original hair. So we teach about curl pattern, texture. We teach about the different components that make up your hair, how to grow your hair, what to do with your blood if it's toxic, how to get rid of dandruff, things like that. Traction alopecia, we talk about that. Mostly you see across the nation black people braiding very tightly. So when you braid very tightly, you pop the follicle. The bulb comes out. So that's what's happening. We use tight rubber bands on our baby's hair. We want everything to make it look like it's acceptable. So we pull it really, really tight, and then we go out, and then our kids, before they're 15, they have no hair. So we teach about hair care. That's the main thing with us. We got the skills, we got the art, we know how to make, you know, the overhand braid and the Senegalese twist and all that. But we don't have no understanding of hair follicle, what that breaks down to, and what does that mean.